Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm really excited to bring you this unboxing slash review on the new DX32 Heath Ledger Joker 1/6 scale from The Dark Knight. And I've been really excited. I didn't think I would be. I didn't even think I was going to be getting this. When they first announced it, I thought, no, I'm good. I've got my custom one. I've had enough of Heath Ledger Joker. I've owned all the Hot Toys Heath Ledger Jokers over the years. Didn't need this one. Then it was released, and you know how the rest goes. Eventually you just have to admit it, cave in and get the damn thing. So I hope you enjoy this, folks. It's going to be a big one. Probably going to be quite a long video, so you may have to come back and watch it in chunks. But drop a like on it for me. That'll help me out a bunch. And subscribe if you haven't done already, and follow me on Instagram at DeanKnight333. Enjoy the video. So this is DX32. It's the sculpted hair version, so it has the silver and purple with a bit of red color scheme. The artisan rooted hair version, that's the DX33, that has the vibrant green and purple with a bit of red color scheme. Do really like the box. It's good strong cardboard. I've still got the plastic on there. I haven't even seen the figure yet, so I thought we'd do that together in the video. I did just watch Justin's review. It was fantastic, but he mentioned how this was a picture of the artisan head sculpt. It turns out it is actually Heath Ledger. If you look at like the hair strands and every little detail, it's this picture from the screen test, which is really handy to have because it's such a good reference for the color of the coat and the jacket underneath and color of his hair. But I got mine on eBay from a UK seller, which it literally had just come out, and never dealt with them before, but it was fantastic, man. I got here way sooner than I expected. I thought it'd get here Wednesday or Thursday. It got here Tuesday, so very, very happy with that. But yeah, eBay, once again, for me, that's where I get most of my stuff. Alright, let's unbox it. Alright, yep, some images of the figure there, a little write-up. Okay, I'm going to see it for the first time with you now. Let's do it. Boom! Okay, there he is. We got ourselves some Heath Ledger Joker action in this box right here. Ooh! Hello! Ooh. Oh mate, this is looking good. This is looking nice. Over here, just get this off here. And because of that bit of foam holding the, or separating the hair strands from the actual sculpt. That's alright, they've gone down again now. Just give them a little press. Alright, screw all that tripod rubbish. I'm going rogue. Handheld. Let's move him around the room a little bit. Just hold him in my hand. I mean, Christ, it's such a massive leap forward from the DX11. This is incredible. I still see people saying that they don't see Heath Ledger in the sculpt. I mean, that's either just classic denial or whatever the hell you want to call it, but it ain't true. Absolutely ain't true. This is dead on, 100% Heath Ledger. From any angle, it's just undeniable. Let me zoom in a little bit. Get the light to catch his eyes. Yeah, this is stunning. Just put him down on the shelf for a second. It's going to be a lot of fun, taking photos of this piece and seeing him with the rest of the Dark Knight collection now. I was intending to just kind of take him apart and use him for, a base for my custom, but in its own right, this is just a fantastic looking piece. Got a little light there shining up into his eyes and catching his teeth as well. You won't usually see them to that extent, but it's just the light. They really did a good job with the sculpted hair on this. I remember when the blogger pictures first came out, they did such a good job with the sculpted hair. At times it definitely fooled a lot of people at first. You think it's rooted. Very well done. And the purple does read most of the time on the camera here. It does read as the correct tone of purple. But what an amazing, real looking figure, an amazing tribute to Heath Ledger in 1/6 scale. This is definitely museum quality stuff. Right, so yeah, the box, we've got more hands, they're all gloved. Don't think he comes with any ungloved hands, because this is clearly based on the mob scene. You know, it's just the definitive mob scene pack. The makeup is from the mob scene, the hairstyle, all the gloves. Yeah, so I guess they're going to do another interrogation room version. It makes sense. Well, that is a lot of stuff, though. I took away that instruction manual, and all of a sudden there was just a whole load of extra stuff. But this was one of the deciding factors for me, folks, in getting this figure. It was really when I saw that you can plug his foot into the base to keep him secure. That was the final push for me, where I was like, oh, okay, I need to get this. Funnily enough, it wasn't how good the figure looked, it was the base. But obviously, wow, man, am I glad I decided to go ahead and do it one more time, because I've owned all the Hot Toys Jokers. This is incredible, folks. Just ridiculous. Straight out of the box. It's insane. This is the best official 1/6 Joker right now. Absolutely, without question. It just is what it is. This is the best now, by a long way as well. It's not a subtle margin. It's a massive margin. This is unbelievable. And you know, I've got no time for a lot of the Hot Toys tactics and things. If you know my channel, I have a lot of their stuff, but I don't always love the way they go about things. But when they do it right, man, forget about it. I mean, fair play to them. Well done. Jesus. Oh, where's his little chain? I think it's tucked away in his pocket. Yeah, it's got that nice... Is it gold? Yeah, it's gold. Chain action. Oh man, that whiff. When I took off the clamshell, whatever, plastic. That smell of new toy goodness. It's a strong one. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to use that. It's nice that it's there, very nice, and it's clear as well, which I do like. But since he has the plug-in, the foot to the base system here, I doubt I'd ever use it, so I'm just going to leave that bit in the box. That looks like he's saying hit me, doesn't it? I just realised. See, it can double as the mob meeting Joker or the hit me scene, because it looks like he's saying hit me there to me from this angle underneath, looking up at him. The base lights up nice. I couldn't find a cable in the box, so I happened to have one from a phone charger, so I'm using that, but it's very short, so I won't be able to turn this on for the rest of the review, folks. But I'll just show you the pulsing option. There you go. It's very nice. You're going to need a nice long black lead cable, sorry, for this, ideally. Very nice feature though. Very light base, doesn't weigh much, but that looks fantastic. You press it again to turn it off. Blends in quite well with the pavement. There's the hands. The fingers look fine, man. I saw some live stream. These youngsters were clowning, laughing hard at the hands here, laughing at the fingers, saying they look all kinds of too big. But you know, in person they're just fine. I think they're proportioned really well to his body. It's nice to see all new sculpts for the gloved hands. They could have been cheap and just rehashed them again, but these are all new. And all his weapons, stacks of cash, playing cards, or the Joker cards, and the knives, blades. And they're a bit bigger than before with the DX11. Tato Peeler's bigger, the butterfly knife is bigger, and I think his kind of trademark one there is bigger as well, slightly. I've plugged his foot into the base. He's very secure. It's easy to do, and now he ain't going nowhere. See, that was the thing. It was no surprise to me when I saw pictures on 1/6 Republic and other Facebook groups of the in-art Joker tipping forward in Detolf cases, because the front of his shoes are turned up. So it's not a good figure to have magnet, base foot situation with, because the toes turn up. He has no real plant at the front where he needs it most, so you have to have him be secure. And as simple an idea as it is, it's a genius execution here. Okay, here comes the really fun part, where we get to zoom in and get straight to the good stuff. And this is some good stuff. This is incredible. The sculpted hair is fantastic. I'm really happy with my choice. The artisan version. In the blogger pictures, like I said in my video about those pictures, if you saw it on the channel, I think there were more bad pictures of the artisan figure than good ones, but the good ones were absolutely 100% dead on realistic looking Heath Ledger perfect. But this is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. I mean, just look at that. Let me just turn down the brightness a bit. I'm going to get in as close as I can. I still haven't moved the eyes around yet, or put the tongue in and done all that stuff. But I think they did such an amazing job sculpting the hair on this. It's a really good job. Hairline ain't too bad. It's really impressive. I have got a light shining right into his face at the moment. There's light coming from behind as well, and from the sides. But it is quite a harsh light in his face. I'll change the lighting, we'll do some stuff. Change it up, but I like the way the white makeup bleeds into the hair. There is definitely some white makeup on the front of his hairline in the scene in the film. I've watched that again just a few minutes ago, but yeah, this is just really impressive, folks. This is incredible. I'll just come back here a little bit. I'm looking forward to trying out some poses with him, but this is just straight out of the box. It's a combination of the hit me scene and the mob meeting. I mean, it's not as dirty, and his hair was a lot more screwed up looking in the hit me scene. He looked very sweaty and grimy and nasty, so it's not quite there, but I do get vibes of that when you look at it from this kind of low angle with the teeth, the eyes looking up the way they are. I can just hear him saying it. And so the folks who are making fun of his chunky fingers, they're fine, because you can see in close up there how it's not like thin skin tight gloves. And so if I bring in the new DX glove here, it's fine. Okay, got a very short cable on the rotating base, but let's just get him turning. I have got his head tilted down a little bit, so he looks extra hunched at the moment, but let's get some turning footage. I mean, from any angle, it is absolutely him, 100%. Obviously, the artisan version is going to look 100% real at the back of the hair, whereas the sculpted version, obviously, it's 100% obvious that it's sculpted. But as it starts to come around, it just starts to play tricks with your eyes. To me, it does anyway, just being totally honest. Not obviously when you look dead at the top, but these straggly bits are very well done. Love the shoulders in the coat, they've done that really well. Looks amazing. Alright, now I've changed the eye position, and that was so easy to do. I didn't take the head off, I just lifted off the back of the hair and used my little finger to move the eyes, and now he's looking off to the side. It's quite creepy, and you know that feeling you get when every now and then a figure comes along, even with the sculpted hair, it just looks like a real person at times. And this is definitely one of those times. What a work of art. Museum quality, 1/6 scale, Heath Ledger as the Joker. Iconic Joker. Everything from the fit of the clothing, the tailoring, the way it all just hangs on the body. Just as a long time, 18-year hot toy collector, it's pretty amazing that they can manage to stun me the way they have after all these years, again with a character that I'm bored with. You know, I'm not bored with him now because the passion's come back because of how good this is, but I was just like a lot of people. I was done with it. I was like, no, I've had them all and I'm tired of it. I got a nice custom one, I'm happy with that, but man, am I glad I decided to just give it that one more try, because this is something else. Bane was incredible, and this is just as good as that. Some amazing details on the buttons. I'm not sure exactly what it is, if it's dirt. I think it's just weathering and dirt, but it's a nice detail that wasn't there before. The little magnets holding down the collar there on the coat. Apparently the shirt collar has a wire in it, so you can do all kinds of little tweaks. When it was out of focus, it really looked like Eric Draven as the Crow a minute ago. I can't get it to do it again, but there's always been heavy similarities between the Crow and the Dark Knight Joker. I got his eyes looking down, so he looks really intense and crazy. And I didn't actually know, another mention of Justin, I keep doing it, but I watched this video and I didn't realise that you could adjust the head kind of length, or the neck length, by kind of just tugging on the head. You can lift it up a bit, or you can push it down and get it more hunched. That's a really interesting feature. I worry though, because I went to try, not hard, I tried to pull off the head the first time I wanted to adjust the eyes. You can just take off the hair and leave the head on and do it. But I tried to take it off and it didn't really feel like it wanted to come off very easily. And the whole thing was, I wanted to put my custom head on this. So I'm sure I'll get it off eventually, but I'm going to take my time trying that. It probably just needs a good tug. Like most things in life. Yeah, I'll give it a whirl. And give it a go. Oh, I've got the giggles. My phone's blowing up because I posted a picture of this thing. There you go. I actually really like the new shoes, even though I know I've seen folks saying they prefer the DX11 shoes because they were more realistic, but they're deteriorating. They're starting to just slowly but surely kind of peel away. I live in the UK, so it's not very hot, it's not extremely cold or anything, it's just regular old temperature, but definitely in multiple places on the shoes on the DX11 they are starting to show signs of deterioration, and I'm very careful with them. So I'm all good with this sculpted thing. That's probably why they did it, you know. They were like, okay, well, that's not going to last, so let's go sculpted. But they look fantastic. The detail on them is beautiful. Socks look great. Right, so I'm just getting used to moving the arms around. I did check the instruction manual. There was nothing in there warning you not to try and remove the head. I've seen other people do it in early videos, so I don't know what I'm worrying about. I've had, if you're familiar with the channel, I've had some real bad luck with Hot Toys figures this past year and probably the year before that. A lot of stuff was arriving either with an issue straight out of a box or just breakages and things like that, but this one seems pretty damn sturdy. It should be for a DX, and it is. But I'm just getting used to moving the arms around. I'm going to try out some poses now with the weapons. Alright, so I just switched out the hand to hold on to some of the cards. I've used my old Joker cards because I've got so many of them over the years. I'm just going to leave the new ones in the packet. Starting out with something simple, but very effective. Definitely keep getting Brandon Lee Crow vibes when I look at him. I'm not sure if I'm doing the pose for the butterfly knife in the hand there correctly, but that hand is, I think, designed solely for that purpose, but you could use it for other stuff, I guess. Alright, now I've got the tongue in, or out, should I say. The tongue's out, flicking away there as he approaches someone looking off in their direction, holding onto his knife. It's a really cool idea, and they've done it very well. Brighten that up a little bit for you. Now, if you're crafty, that strand of hair on that side, you can kind of tuck that behind other bits of hair and get it to lay really flat. Or you can kind of release it from that little grip and then have it fly out a little bit. There's ways to manipulate those strands of hair as if they were actually rooted, which is nice. Now, just a quick peek between my custom Joker on the right and the new Hot Toys one on the left. Now, the colour of the coat, it looks almost the same here. I mean, pretty much identical. So I'm just going to give it up and just accept that I guess the Hot Toys coat is the right colour because it looks exactly the same as the Topo one, which is definitely the right colour. In person, yeah, I don't know if it's just the way I got the light hitting them. Got the lights coming at them here, but they seem the same. And I think this looks perfect. So I don't know anymore, man. I'm not sure. I'm glad I got this one because I thought it was going to be switch the coat over, put the new head sculpt on it, or the custom head on it. But now I don't really want to. Now I just want to leave it as it is, to be honest. It's such a beautiful piece. I think I'll just have two separate Jokers. Screw it. When I move, I'll put one in different rooms. Just appreciate them both. But yeah, I mean, we'll see in the True Light review, but the camera's making it look like they're at the exact same tone of purple. But honestly, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm looking over the camera here, and they do look the same. So, yeah, damn. I'll just go and shut my big stupid mouth. I mean, just being totally honest. And you know I've spent money on my custom one. You know I love it. But to be absolutely honest, I think I prefer this one. I do. There's just something about it, man. It's more HD or something. It's just killing it. Yeah, see now there I'm loving it again. It all just depends, man. He was just looking a bit funky before, but that is, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. How accurate do you think that looks to Heath? Yeah, see the hair does have that realism. I can only imagine with the artisan version. I haven't got much light on him at the moment. But no, maybe spoke too soon saying I prefer the Hot Toys one. This one is very, very nice. Seems shorter, that's why they're both on the same type bases. Yeah, they seem a bit shorter, but I have got them kind of hunched over. This one's quite straight up. Yeah, more on this later. Yeah, height wise it's not too bad. This is my kind of cobbled together from different parts Dark Knight figure. It's the DX19 head, but with the older armory, the one that came with Bruce Wayne and Alfred from the Dark Knight. It's that neck and that body and suit, but with the DX19 head sculpt. I'm just not happy, not satisfied with the Dark Knight head sculpt. I really want to get the OT Customs one with the more kind of focused look and the better mouth plates and the better proportions and all that more accurate goodness. Just never been keen on this one. But we'll see. I know Hot Toys are doing another one with quite a few changes, so when that comes out I'll see. But they look pretty good together. Alright, now we're doing the bit where he's walking down the street towards Batman on the Batboard firing off the gun. He's like, come on, I want you to do it, man, see? Little wire in the coat there, getting that flow going. Bit of momentum forward. I do have him stepping forward on the base as well. I should actually raise the other foot up a little bit, the front one. I just wanted a more firm, stance. Make sure he doesn't take any tumbles. I ain't taking any risks. But he looks awesome. That looks badass. Look at that. Just get close again and get some more close-ups for you. Check out the scarring around the mouth. You can see some, kind of transitions between the separate sections of the hair at the top. But only noticeable when you get really close. It's like with the artisan version, I can see where the rooted hair meets with the sculpted hairline. So it's a kind of trade-off. Do you want to look at that, or do you want to look at this? It's up to you, whatever your preference. A bit more money for the artisan. I think it's like $200 extra, but you get that extra realism. But from what I have in front of me here with the sculpted version, I'd say the realism is strong. So, the gun could have been metal. Some of the weapons could have been metal. I think the only things that are is the blades that attach to the front of his shoes. But even though it's plastic, it's painted very convincingly. Looks fine. So with his jacket that's under the coat, the camera might be making it look a bit different here, but I've always thought that the jacket underneath had a slight bluish tinge to the grey, whereas Hot Toys have always gone for just pretty much a straight up grey undervest, and that is the topo jacket beside it on the old DX11 shirt, tie and vest. But there is a slight blue tinge, is the word I keep trying to use, to the grey jacket. It's like a bluish grey, greyish blue, more grey than blue, but there is a hint of blue in there. Don't really think I've ever seen that with the Hot Toys jacket, so may swap out the Topo 2.0 jacket at some point, but keep it all stock for the review. Okay everyone, final thoughts and a score out of 10. It's an obvious 10 out of 10, so that's no big surprise. You know, the word's on the street. Everyone knows that this is an absolute home run. Final thoughts are, you know, if you want the best Joker officially that's out there, you know, from a company at the moment, then this is definitely the one. If you've already spent all the money on the in-art version, maybe you could keep the diorama, keep one of the bodies with the seamless arms, you know, with the makeup on the hands. That's all really cool stuff, but I'm just being totally honest. From what I've seen a lot of videos on the in-art figure, lots of pictures, and there's things about it that I'm just not into. I don't like the bright orange roots of the hair on the rooted version. The sculpted hair looks too seaweedy. Don't like the coat. The eyes look funny for different reasons. Sometimes the eyes seem quite far away from the actual eyelids. Other times the eyes just seem off. One's going one way, one's slightly going the other way. This is better than that, but I understand a lot of people are going to be frustrated because they've already, you know, spent so much on the in-art version. But just do what you need to do, and if you know, this is the one. You know, it just is. It's just an incredible piece. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a must-have. It's the must-have Heath Ledger Joker in 1/6 scale. Trust me. I mean, I know the in-art stuff I'm saying probably going to upset some collectors, but just think about it later on down the line. If you do eventually get this, you'll think, yep, it's true. This is the one to have. I'm only trying to just tell you the absolute honest truth of it. This is the one. It's an amazing piece. So let me know what you think in the comments. Drop a like on it for me. That's important. It'll help more people find the review. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at D9333 because we'll be putting plenty of pictures up on there. This is an absolutely incredible piece, and I'm so glad it's in the collection. To think I was going to pass it by, that would have been a mistake. See you soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.